Handcuffs. I hadn't imagined handcuffs. I staggered a little, fear making my legs wobbly as I was told to stand up and face the wall. The bailiff pulled my arms behind me and clamped steely cold rings tightly around my wrists. Ouch! Could they do this? How could this be legal? As I was led into the jury deliberation room and told to sit down, I found that my hands, bound behind me, prevented me from sitting properly. If I tried to move my elbows up so I could sit without jamming my fingers into the seat, the cuffs dug in harder. My shoulders and wrists, now tweaked at impossible angles, stiffened miserably. Pain. I hadn't imagined pain either. I stared around the room, heart pounding. I was familiar with much of the courthouse, but having never been on a jury, this room was new to me. I wondered vaguely where the bathroom was. Didn't they have to provide a bathroom for jurors? I didn't really care, of course. For me, this room was merely the first stop. A way station en route to hell. Okay, maybe that is an exaggeration, but it feels good to say it. Alone in that jury room, awaiting transport to the jail, I was overcome by a black, oppressive fear as I contemplated my future. How would this end? When would I see my family again? And the more immediate concern, what would the next day hold? The next hour? I'd barely slept the night before. I had far too many unknowns flying around in my head. This morning, my husband Larry and I rose early, preparing ourselves for events that I had spent serious energy trying to avoid. All the months of loss, threats, and hard decisions, months also of forgiveness, strength, and hope, had brought us to this implausible state. Forced into this nightmare, I was unable to see where fear would end. Yet I had arrived on my own 2 feet, quaking on the inside, but determined to stick to my plan. This morning Larry had made me my favorite breakfast of scrambled egg whites and gluten-free toast. I had read my Bible, prayed, and committed this day to God. Our very future hung in the balance. Larry had patted my knee frequently throughout our drive to the courthouse, silently reassuring me. Once inside, I had taken a seat in the front row of the audience section, while Larry made his way to the defense table. With my attorney at my side, I had listened to the testimony of Sergeant Scheibar. I'd cringed as he recounted, in painful detail, the events of the evening of November 1st, 2012. I'd felt queasy as the officer finished his testimony and left the witness stand. I had jumped a little when my attorney whispered into my ear, "We're on." Now, handcuffs bit into me as I studied the empty chairs in the jury room and wondered,